Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all come on in here. Say hey, what's up? Let me know that you are here. If you're in the comments, do me a favor. Go ahead and put a heart, thumbs up, something so I know that you are there. Let me make sure I am good on all the platforms. Hopefully you guys are having an absolutely wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Hey Portia, hey girl. Hey Kelly, thank y'all so much for joining me. Okay, so listen. Okay, so I'm gonna start something new. I actually started something new. Hey Shantice, I started something new. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna disappear in the background. That's what we doing. That's what we doing today. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start something new. Okay, so listen. Hey Candy. Um, so here's the deal. Okay. So I know that there are some things that you guys want to share or want to confess about homeschooling and maybe would like some help, but you are concerned about other people finding out that it's you or knowing that it's your personal business. And so what I decided to do was create a platform or a way for you guys to anonymously, okay, shoot out your questions, your comments, your concerns. It could be so much as my kids are getting on my nerves. Like it could be whatever you want it to be, right? But it's just a space and an opportunity for you to get that off of your chest, but also for me to help you work through that, right? So I can actually meet your needs. So it's kind of like a live Q&A, but maybe not. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. So when I first posted this, I did get a few emails, right? And I'm excited about that because people jumped in right on board. I'm going to read them. And based off of what they said, you have an option. If you go to the website, you have an option to ask for advice, or if you just want to get something off your chest, or you can do both, right? And so I wanted to give you guys a space to do that. Y'all know I'm here to help. I don't know. I don't know what scary mommy is, Kelly. I've never heard of that. But yeah, I guess I don't know. But it's a space and an opportunity for you to come in here and confess your deepest, darkest secrets, maybe that you're concerned or worried about. Now, listen, I see you guys in the comments. I am not going to answer the questions in the comments. I specifically want you to go to the website that's pinned in the comments. Or once I open up the phone lines, you can call me directly while I'm on live and ask your question, and we'll have a conversation and get all of that resolved. Okay. So I'm not going to answer your questions live on the air. I do truly want you to go on the website and do that as far as that's concerned. Let me add that on there for you so you can see. It's down below. So you have two different options to use as far as how to get a hold of me. You can do the go to the website and enter it in there. It'll come straight to my email and I can answer it. There's absolutely no way for me to know who you are, where you're from, unless you put in personal details. There's absolutely no way for me to know. And so this is a space, again, for you guys to feel safe. Not judged, but to feel like you have somebody on your side. Okay. So that's what this is about. That's what we're doing here. Okay. When I open up the phone lines, there is a phone line on here. There's a phone that you can call and you'll be live. So you can ask your question and we'll go there. So I'm going to read the ones from the email. First, do me a favor, everyone that's in here, all 12 of you I need you to share, okay? Because I know that there's some other people out here that would love to hear this or would love to have the help. I am going to share myself, okay? Share it in a few groups, okay? As to not blast, but I need everybody to share, okay? And so again, how this works, where this is going to be a new thing, and I'm believing that I'm going to do this once a week, maybe every Thursday. Maybe it'll get to the point where I have so many and I'll have to do it multiple days, but right now it's just going to be on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So let's get started. I'm not going to waste your time. I know you got stuff to do. Again, if you have stuff that you need to confess or questions or anything like that, I want you to go to my website. It's scrolling down on the bottom, SeanTheHomeschoolGuru.com/confess, and enter that in. When I open up the phone line, which is 832-779-0478, you will be able to call directly and be live and ask your questions, okay? And it's up to you. You choose, you pick, okay? So let's get started, okay? Here we go. This is a good one already, okay? The first one says, homeschool co-ops are drama. It is never the kids, but always the adults. Okay. And then I asked, well, do you want advice or do you just want to get something off your chest? And the person said, I just want to get it off my chest. Listen, I'm with that. I'm 100%. I get it. Kids just want to be connected to other kids, right? They just want to play and have fun and all that good stuff. What tends to happen when it comes to co-ops is the adults get involved with their brainy ideas of how things should or could be, and it turns into an issue of some sort, right? And so that I get that. Home co-ops can be drama, okay? I get that, okay? Let's see. The next confession is, oh, this is a good one, okay? It says, Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I am. Okay. I have a degree in education and even taught in K through 12 schools, but I'm not a good teacher for my 2 elementary school kids. They fully do online programs, Mia Academy and OutSchool. I'm really ashamed and embarrassed, but I don't know what to do, and I don't want them back in the traditional school system. And I asked if she would like, or this person would like advice, and she said both, please. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say as far as advice is concerned is that, Mama, you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. You have nothing at all to be ashamed of when it comes to being truthful and honest. I bet that you are beating yourself up a lot about educating your own kids, because you specifically said, I'm a teacher, or I've been a teacher, K through 12, but I can't educate my own kids. I bet you can educate your own kids. It just comes with a change, a shift, right, in your mind and how you educate them and how you're teaching them what they need to do. And so I would encourage you to shift your mind. Okay, you've been educated, like you went to school to do this and you went to work and educated other children. But homeschooling is different from being in a traditional school system. So it's going to be important that you do that mind shift. I guarantee that you are being way harder on yourself than you need to be. And you need to grant yourself some grace. You need to allow yourself some grace, allow yourself to fail. Okay. Allow things to not be perfect. Allow things to not work the way that they're supposed to work. But I'm sure you got this. Okay. So what I'm going to say is, the first thing is there's no reason to be ashamed. Okay. Period. We're not allowing that space. We're not allowing that energy whatsoever. Okay. You have made a choice for whatever reason to educate your children, and you are using the options that are best for you in this moment. And the options that are best for you right now in this moment are MIA and or Mia Academy. I say MIA, but Mia Academy or and OutSchool. So stand strong on that. The goal is for your kids to be educated. And so if they are being educated, whether it's through OutSchool, whether it's through MIA Academy, whatever it is, it's being done. It's being accomplished. Okay. So love on yourself, Mama. Stop being so rough. Okay. All right. Let me go to the next one. Okay. The next one says, Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I am. That's me. I'm not sure I want to continue to homeschool my children. I love my kids deeply, and I want nothing but the best for them. They are older now and becoming increasingly harder to educate due to their laziness and unwillingness to learn. Their dad isn't much help in the area. I'm exhausted and find myself thinking of giving up constantly. I do not want to give in to these thoughts, but with my health declining, public school is becoming a more and more attractive option. I know I know in my heart that's not a good option for my family either. I just need to get this off of my chest. Thank you for listening. Okay. So listen, okay, can I be honest with y'all? It's gonna be hard on these type of situations to not give advice. Ooh, I'm working on respecting boundaries, right? And doing what people are asking me to do or not saying. I'm working on that, okay? But what I'm going to say is as they get older, it does get more difficult to educate them because things change and the requirements change, their attitude change. They get into that preteen, teenage stage, more independence and wanting to do things their own way. I would encourage you once they get older to start including them in the journey. So what they learn and how they learn. Now, I know depending upon, what type of school you're doing, what type of method you're using, there are certain things that they're going to have to know or have to do. And that was a conversation that we had with our daughter and my son with Deuce. I know that you don't want to do this, but to reach your goal, there are certain things you're going to have to do. And this is one of those things. But in the meantime, what else do you want to do? What other options would you like to do? So include them in that process. Okay. So that's what I'm going to tell you. I know you didn't ask for my advice. I'm going to tell you that anyway. Okay. You missed the question. It wasn't really a question. She was just saying that she is finding it hard to educate her kids as they get older. Okay. All right. Here we go. Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I am. That's who I am. My kids get on my nerves. I don't feel like I am adequately schooling them, but I don't trust the public or private school system to do so. I am overwhelmed often. Okay. Someone say, I just need to get that off my chest, girl. So listen, I'm not going to give her advice, but I'm going to speak to someone else because I know that there are other mothers out there that tend to feel overwhelmed and tend to feel like they're not doing enough. What I would say is if you're feeling overwhelmed, are you trying to do too much? Like, are you trying to replicate the traditional school system in the first place? Is that what's happening? If you feel like you're not teaching your child enough, what does that mean to you? Okay. So like for us, we are somewhat aligned to the traditional school system, especially when they get to high school when it comes to credits, because my kids want to attend college in some type of way. My oldest doesn't, Deuce does not, but they do want to attend in some type of way. And so I would say to you is, find whatever it is your goal is and match it, like meet your goal. Okay. So if the goal is for them to go to college, and I say, honestly, I know college isn't for everyone, but they may change their mind. And so you may want to prepare, you may want to get your mind right or get them situated correctly to be in college. Okay. And I say that thinking, because if y'all remember, I told y'all Yanni, for the longest had one path all the way through, right? Junior year, all the way, one path. We were rolling, we were going. Senior year, right before we got ready to start, her path changed. And the only thing that saved me was that I had kept in alignment with the typical high school requirements so that she could make that shift. But if I hadn't have made that shift, she would have been in trouble when it was time for her to graduate and go to college. Like that would have been an issue for her. And so y'all just be mindful of that when it comes down to that. But it gets difficult. Okay. We all feel like we're not doing enough, right? I lay in my bed too sometimes and I'm like, child, am I doing enough? Like, maybe I didn't do this right. And then I have all these grand plans. Y'all know how it goes. The beginning year, this year is going to be different. It's going to be amazing, child. And then I get into the year and I'm like, this is too much. My kids getting on my nerves. Okay. And this is too much. I can't do it. Let me slim back. Let me cut back a little bit, rethink, restart, do whatever it is I need to do. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. I lost my place, y'all. Bear with me. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, let's see. Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I am the homeschool guru. Okay. Let's see. That was a test one that I did. Child, I lied. Hold on. Let me go back up there. Okay, I got a new one. Okay, here we go. Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. And this person said, and it's me. I know who it is, but I'm not going to say that person's name. She says, I don't care who knows that. Say my name, say my name. But I'm not going to do it. But she says, my child is in the 7th grade, in quotes, and I'm a little worried about moving forward with homeschool work and activities. I've chosen so many wrong books, and then it ends up being back to square one. Help, I need advice. Okay. So to this person, you are not the only one that chooses the wrong curriculum, wrong workbooks. We all do it at some point. What I would say to you is, depending upon how you feel about testing and assessments, if you're concerned about where she is as far as a level is concerned, and this is all based on what you personally feel about your homeschooling journey. Assessments aren't big for us in our family. However, we do tests to make sure that they understand the concepts that I'm teaching. And so with that said, what does that look like for you? Okay. So what does that mean to you? What, you've chosen the wrong book. We all have, and we do it multiple times. We think it's going to work. We try it out. It's supposed to be amazing. It's perfect. It fits my child. And then we start using it. And 2 days later, it's a, as my kids say. So it's not a winner. And so what does that mean? Okay. What does that mean for you? What are you looking into? Okay. We've all chosen the wrong books. Just because you chose the wrong books doesn't mean that you can't jump back up and start over or do whatever it is that you need to do. Okay. So think about that when you do that. Okay. So 7th grade is supposed to start. That may mean you have assessments. If you are in my Homeschooling with Sean group, then if you hashtag assessment or testing, one of those two, there are a bunch of different assessments that I have put in the group for you guys to check out and use as an option. And so do that if that's what you want to do. Again, I'm not a big, here's the thing. The wrong curriculum, the wrong books can make your homeschooling journey miserable. I mean, terrible. And so I don't care if it is the wrong book. Find somebody to give it to. Some places, if it's in a 30-day window, they will accept it back. Okay, if you can't give it away, say if you can resell it to someone else. We're not going to continue to use curriculum that does not work and is making our lives miserable. Okay, because all you're going to do is fight with that baby, and the baby's going to fight back with you, and y'all both sit at each other looking at each other like this. She looking at you, and you looking at her, and she looking at you, and you looking at her. Okay, all right. So we're not going to do that. It's 2022. What are we doing that for? There's so many options, right? And so stuff happens. Sometimes we pick the wrong things, and it's okay. All right. It'll be okay. Okay. Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I am. How do you assist a child who was in school with an IEP? Help, I need advice. So depending upon your state, some states allow you to still receive the assistance and stuff like that that you need when it comes to IEP. I know here in Texas, once we homeschool, we are on our own. So there is no assistance as far as that's concerned. What I would do, to be very honest with you, what I have done, because my child had an IEP, which is an individualized education program. What I have done is I had the copy of his IEP, and I looked at the things that they were suggesting to, or I looked at the things that were negative, that were bad, that he needed improvement on. I looked at the things that they suggested to make it better. And I built our stuff around that. And so that's exactly what we did as far as that's concerned. What do you lost me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me or something. You can't hear me at all, Candy? Are you there? Somebody do me something in the comments if you can't hear me. Yeah, child, Nicole, I'm trying to respect boundaries. I'm trying. You can hear me. Okay. Okay. And so what that means is with the IEP, you're going to take the actual paperwork that they gave you and you develop a plan. One of the things for us was reading comprehension. I found out also that had a lot to do with some other things that was going on, but that was one of the things. And one of the ways that we did that, hold on, because y'all know I have stacks of books on my desk, around my desk, anywhere on my desk. And I don't see the book I'm looking for. But one of the things that we were having an issue with was his reading comprehension. Of course, it disappeared. We were having it was his comprehension. And so because we were having that issue, I strictly focused on it. I got reading comprehension workbooks. I've got, I think it's called 5-minute reading comprehension exercises, something like that. And so I focused on those things that he needed help with. And so if you have an IEP, it's the plan, right? It's the individualized education program. It is the plan. You have it. And so what you can do is take that and make that part of your homeschool journey. So what does that mean? What does that look like for you? How, like, what is it that you're going to be doing? All of that good stuff. Okay. Y'all do me a favor again. Let's share. Let's get some more people in here. I have ran out of emails. What I will do is I will take a call now. If somebody is interested in taking a call, that number is 832-779-0478. Okay. 832-779-0478. I probably will only take 2 or 3 phone calls today. But you are more than welcome. You will be on live, so they'll hear your voice. And you can come on live, or you can go on and send it this way. Okay. Let's see. Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I just started a new job, 40 hours in the field of social work. And even though I work from home, it still gets hard to keep up. I've been through so much emotionally recently, and it's just exhausting to keep up sometimes. My son is 6 and is 2E. Is 2E. Oh, twice exceptional. I'm sorry. Any advice for getting through the tough phase? Thanks for doing this. You are absolutely welcome. What I would say about this particular issue is working 40 hours a week and homeschooling your children is going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. Just being transparent and honest with you. I know that I have a different type of schedule. I'm an entrepreneur, so I can kind of set my own hours and do what it is that I need to do. But what helped me in those busy seasons where if there was no setting hours, things were happening and I needed to get it done. What helped me was outsourcing some of those things. Okay. I can't do it all. I'm not Superwoman. I refuse to walk around here and pretend like I can cook, I can clean, I can be hubby's boo thing. I can do the laundry. I can drive to practice. I can be the best friend. I can be the good sister, the good dog. I refuse to do that. And so what that means is some things are worth outsourcing. Okay. Some things are worth it, right? It's just, I'm a convenience person. There are certain conveniences that I'm willing to pay for. Okay. And so that means that you may have to outsource some of that. He's twice exceptional. Maybe you need to outsource his math or his science or whatever the case may be, whatever it is he likes, whatever is giving you the hardest trouble, the hardest work. I mean, making y'all miserable, y'all fighting, you tired, you irritated, whatever the case may be. Outsource, 100% outsource. There are so many courses out here. You have outschool.com, which has everything you can possibly think of. Learning how to play the piano, the guitar, Spanish, reading, math, English. Like it has everything you could possibly think of on outsource or outschool.com. Outsource. Okay. Make it fit in your budget. Okay. If that means that, and let me be honest, I'm going to be transparent with you. When I had to outsource the kids' Spanish, which I'm going to do again, okay, that meant that I had to cut back on some stuff. What I cut back on was my coffee. Coffee was my thing, okay? I like to go to Starbucks and grab me a coffee and chill, and I would do that often, okay? I'm gonna snitch on myself and say probably about 2 times a week at the most, okay? At the least, okay? Let's just be honest, okay? And so let's just say that each of those coffees are $5 a piece. That's $10 a week. Okay. But if I'm doing more, but you got $10 a week, 4 times a week, that's $40. That's Spanish classes for the month. Okay. Outsource. If you got which convenience are you going to pay for? Okay. I can get iced coffee at home and pay for the convenience of somebody else teaching them Spanish or math or whatever it is, instead of getting my coffee. It's just a matter of what's more important to me in this space. Okay. Is it more important to me in this space because I'm working 40 hours a week and he's driving me crazy and it's hard to keep up with, and I'm trying to do my new job and be the best employee I can possibly be, but I'm also trying to educate my children? Outsource. Look for co-ops. Okay. And I know co-ops are an issue. I was on the phone talking to Nicole. Nicole's on here in the comments recently. Nicole and we were talking about co-ops, and honestly, we can't find what we're looking for. And so one of the things I asked her was, hey, I need you to be in prayer with me. Like, I need you to pray with me, because I don't know what I'm being led to do, but I'm sick of looking for something that I cannot find. And I know for a fact that I'm not the only one looking for this thing. And so I need you to be in prayer with me about this situation. Okay. And so co-ops are it. Okay, co-ops are an option, but outsource. You don't have to do it alone. Okay, you have several different options as far as that's concerned. Okay, let me go back through here and see if we got anything else. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Y'all surprised me. This is some good stuff. Okay. Um, let's see. I just got a new one. Okay. Dear Sean, you are the homeschool guru. I know 100% I do not socialize my kids enough. We are very rural. I can't say that word. Don't judge me. Just put a laugh emoji in the comment. I can't say it. Rural. I can't say it. It sounds like I'm growling. I can't. Just put a laugh emoji, okay? Because laugh with me, okay? And options are very limited. It is a very conservative area, and I just don't vibe well with the homeschool community here. I love homeschooling, and so do my kids, but I feel like we are so lacking in this area. We have cousins we see weekly and attend a few local events, but I just don't feel like it's enough. Would you like advice? This person said both, please. Okay, so in this instance, being very honest with you, if you feel it in your heart that you are not socializing your children like they should be or like you would prefer them to be, and because you said it's a rural, y'all, I can't say it. Just laugh with me. I can't say the word. I don't rural. My kids laugh at me all the time. I can never say it. Because you're in that type of predicament, you may have to create what you're looking for. The same thing I was talking about with Nicole. Okay. You may also have to drive a little bit to get what you're looking for, which presents a little bit of an issue, right? Because then those people aren't in your local community. And so that means that you don't get to see them, but maybe once a month or 2 times a month or whatever the case may be. But that may be an option as far as that's concerned. Local sports. One of the ways that I socialized my boys, and it was easy and it worked out best for us, was sports. The city had their local sports. We started in a regular city league. And then once we realized that they had some type of, capability of playing the sport that they were playing, we moved to competitive. And so a lot of their socialization is done in their sports. Okay. And then not only that, but they also have neighbor kids that they play with as far as that's concerned. We do a few homeschool programs that are through the local library, but I mean, if you know that that's what the problem is, if you know that that's an issue, then I would suggest that you do the work to solve the problem. And I know that that sounds ugly, and I don't mean it to be nasty, mean, or nothing like that. But I always think of my daughter. Yanni was not for the socialization. And so her last 2 years of school, I tried literally everything that she could possibly be interested in. And every single time she was interested in something, she would be like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm done. I was driving an hour to get her to be a part of the homeschool band. Okay. Homeschool marching band met once a week. It was a great experience. She enjoyed it. She jumped on the drums and excelled in it. The instructor, the band director, was shocked because she had never played drums before, but was doing a really good job of playing it. And so she was doing that, and we were driving, y'all. Every week we were driving an hour for her to go to band practice. The boys and I would sit outside and do schoolwork, whatever the case may be, for an hour or two while she was in there. And then we drive an hour home once a week for her to participate in it. And she was doing great. She liked it. Then all of a sudden one day she was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do it. I'm not committed to it. So that ended. We took her to the Art Institute of Dallas, where she participated in some courses for teenagers where they went to school on Saturdays, where the other kids weren't there, but they got to go to classes on Saturdays and earn some type of credit. Like, I went all out. Art programs. There were teen meetups. We went to teen meetups. I went all out to find her what she was looking for. And honestly, it didn't work. Just being honest with you. It didn't work. Now, it worked for my boys. My boys got what they needed, but for her, it didn't work. And so I want to encourage you to give it all you got, right? If that's what you believe is needed, okay? If that's what you believe your baby needs in this moment, then go all out and get it done. So that means looking for any and every opportunity, even to the point where there was a group too. They would get on the phone every Friday at 2 p.m. on Google Meet. Either it was Google Meet. Yeah, it was Google Meet. And it was teens around the DFW area, and they get on there and talk, whatever the case may be. I ended up having to kind of force her to do that. She started to warm up a little bit, but then when her brother stopped going, she was done. She was finished. And so it was my goal to find her something that she needed, or space for her. And it's still my goal, being very honest with you. So I would say continue to look for it and do the work. I know that you're not in an area like we're in North Texas, where literally any and everything is anywhere that we could possibly find it. But you're going to have to do the work, and your work is going to look very different than a big city type place. Okay. Y'all do me a favor. If you're still here in the comments, drop me something. Let me know that you are here, guys. These are some good ones. I appreciate you trusting me with your deepest dark confessions. And I did this in particular because I want you to know that you're not alone. Like when the lady said, my kids get on my nerves, I was like, child, me too. They get on my nerves right now. Like, I want you guys to know that you're not alone, okay? That we all have taken on this journey of homeschooling, but that does not come without frustration and anger, okay? Like it doesn't happen, okay? So listen, I'm going to jump off of here. I don't have anything else in my email. Nobody has called, and I'm not going to hold you long, but this is what I want you to do. Okay. Take advantage of this opportunity. Okay. Throughout the week, I don't care when it is, take advantage of this opportunity to make your confessions, to ask the questions that you want to ask. I know that there's a lot of judgment and people get scared about that. But this is a safe place. And this was a way for me to give you an opportunity to speak out, to speak to me, to speak to others, to get the answers and the questions that the answers to the questions that you needed without everybody knowing your personal business. Okay. And so it's here. The platform is here. I'm ready and I'm available. I want you to know that you're not alone. So I'm going to do my best to help you in this situation. Okay. So listen, do me a favor before I go. If this blessed you in any kind of way, any information helped you in any kind of way, throw me a purple heart in the comments so that I know that you're there, and I'll shout you out. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I see Kelly. I see Portia. I see Shantice. I see Nicole. I see Candy. Let's see. Who else? I saw somebody else. I don't think I've seen her before. Jessica. Okay, Jessica, I see you. But do me a favor. You're welcome. CM, you're absolutely welcome. So do me a favor. Put the comments in there as you're going throughout your week. We're going to do this every Thursday night. Now, if y'all start flooding my email and I get a bunch and there's absolutely no way for me to get it done in one night, I will do it on Tuesday nights as well. But I need y'all need to respond. I'm here to help, but I don't know necessarily how to help you if you don't say anything. Okay. So you have several different options. Okay. And somebody just called. Let's see what happens. This might be my kids and I just don't recognize the number. Let's see what happens. Hello?
Hi, are you still taking calls?
I am still taking calls.
Okay, so I have a confession.
Okay.
So my son is first grade, and to me, I feel like he's not, I don't know, progressing as fast as he should as a first grader when I see other first graders. And so I sometimes feel like maybe I'm not in the right material or I'm not focusing on it long enough.
Okay. So what makes you feel like he's not progressing?
Well, just in interaction, like, so he's in football, right? He's in football. He has cousins that, well, she's not in first grade, she's more in second grade. But I feel like, she's reading better than him. And I feel like, as with him being in homeschool, maybe he should be reading faster or better. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm failing.
So, okay, I want you to stop saying that. You're not failing him. Okay. Let's take that out of our brain. And I get you. I have to tell my mom. I have to tell myself that often. Girl, you're not failing. It's going to be okay. The second thing is, when it comes to reading, kids read when they are ready to read. And just because he's not reading as fast as she is reading doesn't necessarily mean that there is a problem. I would tend to do in those age groups when they're young like that, allow them to read what they want to read. Is that something that you do, or you pick what he reads?
Well, so no, I let him pick it out. For instance, say we're watching a show, or if he sees something in the store by passing or something like that, he says, "Oh, I want to get that book," and so we'll get it. Well, he'll start, we'll start trying to sound out the words, and then he'll be like, I can't do it, I can't do it. And sometimes I feel like maybe I'm pressing him too much to read it, because I keep trying to work with him, and then eventually I just say, I just back off, and he'll get frustrated and start crying. So I'm like, that's one of like, okay, good.
So is it the sounds? What is he struggling? What is it that he's not getting?
So he's still mixing up his B's with his B's,
Okay.
right? And then he also, because we work on the vowels, like, the long E, short E, things like that. But when he gets ready to read, he forgets the difference in them.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is, I don't know if you're currently in school right now, but I would take a large amount of time and focus on those until it becomes memory. If it's y'all creating a song that y'all have together, if it's anchor charts on the walls so that he can look up and see it. But if he's struggling at recognizing the D and the B, which is normal. I mean, and it could be now if it goes deeper than that, but that's normal for little kids, right? They look very similar. And so I would suggest, my suggestion would be just to focus on that. Let's focus on it. We're going to come up with a song. Let's make a rap, or let's do this. E makes this sound. When it does this, it does that. Like whatever it is that you can do to help him memorize. And then even sight words. How does he do on sight words?
So sight words, if they're 2 to 3 letters, they're fine. But 4 to 5 or 6, if it's that long, he's kind of like, he shuts down.
Okay. So let's start. So 3 is good, but once it gets to the 4 letters is when he starts getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's create a game. Let's come up with something to make him. So even if it's one of the things that I have to do as an adult, I know this sounds dumb, but just being honest with you, when I want to spell the word choose, I have to find the word to match it, and like to do the double O. I know choose does not have that. So if I say moose and choose, I know that that's incorrect. So little tricks and tips and all that good stuff. The whole I before E unless after C. All of those things that we remember back from when we learned are what are going to be key for him in those moments. What's going to, when he sees it, what's going to pinpoint, oh, I've seen this before, and this is what this means.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Did that answer your? Go ahead.
Something like, when I'm just trying to think, put it together, like for instance, mouse and house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then you could even, just like you do, so in the beginning they do like cat, right? And then you take off the consonant. Now it's a bat. Okay. Now you take off that consonant. Now it's a rat. You get what I'm saying? Like just going down, whatever. And then you could do also heat, right? So HEAT. Change that H and now it's beat, BEAT. Okay. Just different things to make him see, like connect the two together. Okay. And somebody said, woo, choose is my enemy. I say CHOOSE. Yeah, I have to think about it. And so when he's doing that, he's going to need some devices to help him do that. Whatever. And that's what we do as adults, right? Somebody taught us a song. Somebody taught us, I before E, equals C, whatever. Somebody taught us that. It's the same thing with Wednesday. The way that I spell Wednesday still to this day at 42 years old is Wednesday. That's how I spell it. Otherwise, I spell it wrong.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So give him some devices to help. Maybe have him create his own anchor charts. If it's not the big anchor charts on the wall, but something right there in front of him, something that he can use. And then also it's important for him to understand that it's okay. Even he fails, it's okay. Like if he gets it wrong, it's okay. We're going to figure it out. It's okay. We're going to figure it out. Okay.
Thank you so much. I feel a little better.
You're welcome. Good. You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
You have a good night. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. I was getting ready to jump off and she called. Look at God. Ain't that something? Okay, let's see. With reading and spelling, I went to a class and they taught the rubber band method, stretching a word and using your hands to show it, but it's to hear all letters and consonants. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You gonna make me look that up. The rubber band method, huh? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna be before you long. Okay. The email is up. Let me go check and make sure there's nothing else in the email, but I will be back with you guys again next Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I want you guys to be encouraged. I want you guys to be okay. I want you to know that you're not alone, that we all have some type of struggle and frustration. But I'm here to assist and help. Okay. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I will be back on Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all go to the website, SeanTheHomeschoolGuru.com/confess and confess your deepest, darkest secrets about homeschooling. Or you can call me at 832-779-0478. Now, only call that number to confess your stuff when I'm live, right? Because I want you on here live. Don't call during the week. Don't call to confess because I'm gonna be like, can you call back on Thursday? All right, y'all. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.